Check me out one time, yo, 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 yo. The recognition gon' come, not until the day I blow. Show love to the people that stuck with me through the lows. Friends turn to foes, they ain't wanna see me grow. They wanna see me on a level located somewhere below. They call me a rapper, but deep inside I'm a poet. Emotionally immune, I go by the name of Stoic. Elephant in the room, it's really hard for me to show it, cause I built a wall around me to protect me from the fake shit. Smoke the pain away, cause every day gotta escape it. Roll me up a J, I light it up and then I face it.
Welcome to the new episode of First Impressions on Bottom of the Bay. This will be the third episode, by the way. And today we got a guest that's been doing his thing, but he is fairly new out here, and we all about to get to learn who he is on camera. Is it Stoic?
It's Stoic, yes, sir.
Stoic, welcome, man.
Nice to be here, man. Appreciate it.
Nice, nice. So I did a little bit of research on you, heard some of your music, and heard kind of the songs that you do. I couldn't really find too many music videos on YouTube, but on your Instagram, you have a lot of like, it almost looks like freestyles or whatnot, man, of you in different places. So can you give us a breakdown of your sound?
Yeah, so my sound originates from a lot of the East Coast 90s rap. That's where it started. But of course, you know, I had to adapt and get more with the modern times. So over the years, I've actually been able to implement that East Coast sound, you know, the bars, the lyrics, the lyricism into that more modern sound on the more modern beats. So yeah, that's my sound is mainly, you know, East Coast stuff, 90s, you know, bars. So for example, I was heavily inspired by artists like Nas, Mobb Deep, Black Moon, a bunch of the East Coast guys, MF Doom as well. And they're all about bars. So, you know, I was heavily inspired by that growing up, listening to hip hop and stuff.
Okay, well, let's bring it full circle. Where you from and what high school did you go to?
I'm from San Jose, California. I went to Oak Grove High School. Graduated class of 2017.
Oh, you young.
I'm a young and 23 years old.
Oh, okay, that's what's up. So what made you want to do music? Where does that come from? Does it come from your family background, or you just like music from growing up?
Basically, I mean, I was heavily inspired. Like I said, I was heavily inspired by, you know, hip hop in terms of you know, just the lyricism in general. It all started back in middle school when I was like in seventh or eighth grade. So I was like 12 or 13 at the time. I was listening to Nas's Illmatic album. And then ever since then, basically, you know, that's my introduction to hip hop and rap. And that's how it all started. Shortly after, like in freshman year of high school, I started writing my own lyrics. You know, they weren't too great. They were pretty trash, I'm not gonna lie. But, you know, after that, basically, I started to actually study the craft, you know, rhyme schemes, metaphors, wordplay, stuff like that. I started to study it. And then that's where, you know, my love for hip hop and rap in general just grew. It grew from there.
I like that. And it's reasons why I'm asking you these questions, because I see that referencing back to those videos I mentioned earlier. Man, you barely got hooks on there. You are just spitting just bar after bar after bar. I like that, man. So you don't have any family members that do any music or nothing like that?
Nah, man.
That's crazy. That's cool. So you the first.
Yes, sir.
That's a good thing, bro. That's a good thing. All right, so as far as you making music, how long has that been?
Well, I started actually writing my own music back in freshman year of high school. So that was like 2014.
Okay.
But I didn't start getting, you know, too serious about it until I say senior year. So that was like 2017. But even then, I wasn't really too serious about it. I didn't really start getting like, you know, actually fully into it and, you know, started promoting content and stuff until about probably 2020.
Where you put it on like SoundCloud or anything like that though?
So I started putting it out on like, you know, DistroKid, distributing to like Spotify and all those other major platforms. But yeah, I started, you know, I didn't see any progress until, I didn't see my artistry develop until about 2022. So it's like,
So
It's
from
one of the
2014 to 2020, you was just basically practicing,
practice. It was like practice, man. And then now,
and then you felt
today,
confident.
now I'm confident, comfortable to actually, get my shit out there and show people what I got to offer. So
Okay.
yeah.
So as far as release music, then you only just have a few singles. Are you working on an album?
As of now, I'm basically just focusing on singles. I released an EP back in like 2020. I think it was 2022. It's called My Roots, and basically,
Where do you find that at? Because I didn't see it on Spotify.
I used to go by a different artist name back then. I used to go by an artist named Chubby Stunts, but I'm not
I do
chubby.
remember seeing that
Yeah.
name.
I'm not chubby no more, so I kind of switched and rebranded myself in a way. But I mean, I could always shout out the link and everything. But basically, that EP, My Roots, it's basically my roots into hip hop, which is the '90s East Coast stuff. So all those beats, it's 5 songs in total, I believe. All those beats are just '90s hip hop beats, and it's just me, spitting that '90s sound on there. So. Yeah.
Okay. Do you like the more modern boom bap type of East Coast type of sound of music, or do you prefer the '90s type of boom bap music? And what I mean by newer is like the Griseldas and Rock Marcy's and Nicholas Craven and the guys who are kind of prevalent in that now. Or you're an old school guy?
I'm more of an old school guy. Honestly, I those names that you mentioned, I don't know who they are. But
hold up, you can't hold on. Even the people that I mentioned have been doing it. You don't know West Side Gun and Conway and Benny
okay, yeah, I know. I know who they are, but
that's Griselda.
Okay, Griselda, yeah. Okay, Benny the Butcher, yeah, those guys, they're fired. Yeah. I just didn't get it at first, but yeah, Benny the Butcher, those guys are hella fire. But I mean, I listen to Benny here and there. I don't know much of his music, but from the music that I have listened to, he got bars. He's like one of the.
What about Freddie Gibbs?
Freddie Gibbs, fire.
This can go Action Bronson.
Yeah.
This can go anywhere.
Yeah, Freddie Gibbs, fire. He's good too. But honestly,
you're more of an old school.
I'm more of an old school. You cannot replicate that old school sound.
Yeah.
That's something that's gonna live on with me forever. Even now, I be bumping a bunch of the old school shit in my car every single day on a daily basis. So I guess I do. I guess I would say I do prefer that old school stuff, but this new school shit, with Griselda and all of them, they're still hella good. So
okay, let's go a little bit more into you. Have you ever been in a group, or have you always been a solo artist?
I've always been a solo artist. Never tried getting into a group or anything. It just hasn't. I haven't been invited to a group, or I haven't tried to make myself go into a group. I'm pretty much doing stuff solo right now, just with a few team members that kind of help me, I guess. But in terms of like a rap group, I've never gotten into it.
Okay. So, what about local artists? Are you working with any local artists, or are you trying to stay solo and no features?
I mean, I've worked with local artists like Devian from San Jose. I had him on my last single, "Love Is Pain." He's fire as fuck. Other local artists, I haven't really worked with them, to be honest. It's only Devian and another small artist named Shangod. But other than that, I'm pretty much staying solo right now.
What's something that people wouldn't expect from you?
Something that people wouldn't expect. I guess in person, I'm really like formal, respectful, but I have that boundary where if you cross it, I can get pretty mean.
What you mean? What you do? UFC or something?
No. I'm talking about like I'm a gentle person, and I'm a gentle person, but once people cross that boundary, it gets to the point where like I can't control myself, and I gotta handle business.
Who got anger issues and shit? See,
I guess deep down, yeah, I do got anger issues, but I repress them. I keep gentle, stay calm, don't fold under pressure, things like that.
We gonna work on that. It's all good. It's all good. So, what's the thing behind the name change, and why did you choose Stoic?
So the thing behind the name change, to be honest, I looked up the definition of stoicism. It's basically somebody that, you know, could control their emotions during like any situation. And, you know, it's something that actually resonates with me because, you know, there's times where people piss me off or, you know, things that require emotional reaction or, you know, that are, emotional reactions most likely to occur. I just don't. I just don't give an emotional reaction.
Would you say that's where your content of music comes from? Like
Yeah.
those type of situations, or you
Yeah.
having to dig into your feelings? So you are touching on personal situations, maybe not putting a name on it or whatnot,
Mhm.
but okay. So behind all the bars, and then you having a real melodic type of sound, is that what we can expect from you? Like more of an emotional type of artist, or are you more of, like you said, rah rah, like DMX if a motherfucker?
It really depends. I mean, you know, when I hear it sick ass, like usually those '90s beats are the ones that kind of bring out that, you know, that DMX type shit, you know, that fucking I got bars type of thing. But when I hear like other type of beats, more I guess, you know, like piano stuff or anything like that, melodic, I change my style and I get, you know, I adapt to it and I bring a different type of sound. But at the same time, I keep the same sound that I have in terms of like lyricism, and I implement it, but just express myself differently on different type of beats.
What about the Stoic part? Where did Stoic, like, what's the meaning behind it?
I mean, like I said earlier, you know, before I, so when I was back then, I was, you know, I had a lot of weight on me. Back before I changed my name to Stoic, I was a really emotional person, I would say. Just any little thing would just kind of tick me off, piss me off, things like that. But I don't know. Over the years, I started growing a lot of discipline for myself in terms of my work life, personal life, everything like that. And then ever since then, I, you know, the Stoic, that name just came into play.
Do you see yourself trying to do music on other beats, or trying to step out of your comfort zone, should I say?
I actually do have a lot of unreleased stuff right now that I have music on different type of beats. I adapted more to that modern sound that so I have a lot of unreleased music right now that I haven't released, but I'm gonna release it. And then the beats on those are like, you know, Shoreline Mafia type of beats, so like that more modern thing. And yeah, I could adapt to different beats. It's just one of those things where once you listen to a beat and you know you like it, you know, the words just start flowing in. But
you don't be liking it.
But if I don't like it, I mean, I just can't force myself to write to it. You know, it's one of those things.
Yeah, you know, sometimes when I was younger, I didn't understand artists like that because I'd be like, man, I can write to anything. I'm gonna write to anything. It doesn't matter. But you know, it does make a difference because like you can rap to anything, but that shit don't always sound good. So that's what's up, man. So what's something you can improve on?
Something I can improve on, I guess, is marketing my music. I still haven't figured out that marketing, the right way to market my music. And I'm pretty sure that's something that a lot of artists, you know, that are upcoming kind of struggle on. So I guess, yeah, marketing in general. Yeah.
And when you say marketing, you're talking about just being seen and putting your flyers and you personally showing your face, or you actually putting out music and doing performances?
Yeah. So basically what I mean by marketing is like marketing my music online to correct people, for them to see it, for the algorithm to catch it. I actually did my first show at Tank Shit like 2 weeks ago. And it was a blast. It was my first performance, but you know, I did pretty well. You know, I hyped up the crowd, everything went well. And I'm actually doing my second show in Oakland at the Complex Center. I'm doing
Complex is a big...
Yeah, I'm doing it in 2 weeks on the 9th. It's for a coast to coast live artist showcase. And yeah, I'm pretty confident with it. So
you be nervous?
Nah. I'm not nervous at all, to be honest. I mean, I've been rehearsing rehearsing my set. It's a 1-song set, but I've been rehearsing it, and I'm pretty confident in it. I mean, there's nothing that I'm nervous about, to be honest with you.
That's cool. I'm asking because when I first started off, I used to get the bubble guts before I used to go.
Okay, yeah.
Everything would just get loose. But that's what's up, man. Who is a producer that you would want to work with?
A producer that I would want to work with? To be honest, it'd probably be it's a producer named Kato on the track. Kato, the producer. He's hella good. He makes some sick ass beats. He actually helps artists out a lot in terms of the ins and outs of the music industry, and that's something that I truly appreciate from producers, because not everybody wants to help a lot of upcoming small artists win like that. So that's something that's a producer that I really want to work with in the future.
Okay. So basically, you just starting out right now, and you trying to take this journey by the horns. You don't really have no guidance. You don't got no label. You don't got no people around you. You just purely want to do this off of passion of hip hop.
Yes, sir. I have people around me that I have my engineer. His name is Sammy Zito. He's been a big help in me and getting my potential where I'm at right now. So I appreciate that for him. But other than that, besides him, there's really not a lot of people that I have around me that are trying to do music like this and trying to help me out with it. So yeah.
Okay. So you are open to working with people?
Yeah, I'm open to working with people, but it's one of those things. I haven't really gotten myself out there like that to the point where I haven't met people that would want to work with me or stuff like that. I've reached, like I said before, I've reached out to Davian for a feature, because he's an artist that's hella cool, and I got him on my last single. But other than that, I mean, I'm open to collaborating with people for sure. So.
Well, I see you posting a lot and stuff, so you definitely on the right path with the social media part of it, bro. But if I could give any advice, I would say definitely try to get a team around you, and just maybe put out more songs and more singles, and that it'll start to flow a little bit easier.
For sure.
Now, these shows, are you doing these buy-in shows, or you're paying to go do it? Are you going to do it for free? How's it working out there right now?
So for that first Tank Shit show, I mean, I had to pay like $80, but I mean, it's a good start for my first show to just get my name out there, personally, for people to see my face and see my performance and stuff. For that Oakland show, of course, I had to pay. I mean, it's an artist showcase, but either way, I see it more as an opportunity. I know that I'm not at the level where people are going to be calling me to go perform yet, so it's best for me to just start paying and then getting my name out there as best as I can, just so sooner or later I can get the opportunity to get called to a stage and perform there without me having to pay a fee or anything like that. So.
Okay. So you don't really feel no way about having to pay to perform. That's cool.
Not
Everybody
really.
feels different, man. I like to ask, though, to get a feel of the landscape out there, because it used to be a little crazy back in the day.
Yeah, for sure.
So what can we expect from you, man, from 2023 on to the future? Talk about next year now, on to next year. You got 6 months left.
Yeah. I say what you can expect from me is more performances. I've been going, to some lounges in downtown area, kind of asking them like for business cards, because I know they have a bunch of artists perform there at the clubs or stuff like that. So I'm definitely trying to, get my name out there more locally first, start local, and then expand later on.
Okay. So that about wraps this segment up of First Impression. You want to give everybody your social media so they'll know where to find you at?
Yeah, so my Instagram is stoic_408, STOIC_408. And then that's basically all I use. Other than that, SoundCloud is Stoic $TOIC. My artist name on Spotify is same thing, Stoic $TOIC. Tidal, all the other platforms is the same thing. So
that's right, my guy. It's everywhere. I like that, man. You everywhere. The social media thing, it'd be a lot of interviews that I do, and most of these people only have like a Facebook, bro, and it'll just be their family. So you already ahead of the game in like a whole bunch of other ways. But hey, bro, I wish you the best. And until next time, peace.